Well, hello there, YouTube. I figured I'd do an update. Got a couple of gigs this week. Uh, some YouTube users have been uh, contacting me with supportive messages. Very nice. Um Seems that the physical problems I was having seem to be going away. Um, I have one more doctor's appointment, and uh, everything's looking good. The last antibiotic that I was on really kind of put me through the ringer, especially considering that I got 2 gigs this week. But otherwise, the gigs are going good, getting paid. Um, Still in school, studying psychology. Really like the teacher, professor. Well, she's a doctor. A lot of really interesting studies going on at McNeese State University. They're plastered all over the psychology department, all the different studies that are going on. And Louisiana has a lot of willing participants. Imagine that. Everybody crazy. Um, what I wanted to talk about, I had this thought earlier about realigning yourself. And what I guess it means to me is it goes without saying. If you've seen my videos before, I was in a cult for 2.5 years, but I also maintained that cult mindset for another 7, 8 years after. So all in all, after indoctrinating myself, I kind of thought that way for about a decade, and coming out of that mentally, there's just layers and layers, it seems, and uh, in some ways it feels like I'm relearning and rediscovering things about myself that I knew long ago. Uh, Things that were, because in Scientology you'll get implants, and I don't mean surgical implants. I mean, it's a term they use with the type of conditioning that they perform and get you to perform on yourself, where you make a judgment about yourself, essentially an ethical judgment. It's almost as if there's a judge that lives in your mind, and the actions that you perform, almost no matter what they uh, are being judged. Now, in a way, Hubbard tries to make this sound like the concept of karma in or action in Buddhism, but it is not the same at all. The two concepts, and I haven't converted to Buddhism or anything. I've just studied a lot of belief systems now, because belief, I managed to convince myself to believe some very crazy things. Um, so that realignment I was talking about is it's like peeling layers off of your old false self that you created when you created this cult entity. And I've found that I'm way more relaxed now. Uh, Things aren't as stressful. You still have stress in life, you know. that's normal, but how you handle it, and what you choose to do with the situations and the feelings that come about from the situations in life is all up to you. And and you can, based on whatever you're believing, you'll make the decision to do whatever it is that you'll do, and that's action. Uh, and so in Buddhism, you would have action. Whatever action you take uh, is karma. Um, so ethics in Scientology is more like there. It's almost like instant karma. Like if you do a wrong thing, if you make a mistake, uh, it's also similar to Christian flagellants back in the. I don't mean flatulence. I mean, might as well be the same thing. A flagellation, where you abuse yourself with a whip, or you punish yourself. The overts and withholds uh, format is a punishment to oneself, uh, because in reality, you do something wrong, you know it, and uh, whether you believe in a God or not, you have to admit to yourself uh, that you've done something wrong, and try not to do it, and instill a virtue into yourself. Um, and in many cases, you'll find that the virtues of what was instilled into your parents are passed along. So you find virtues in your family, or lack thereof. Um, I won't. There's some examples I could give. I'm trying to think of how I'd do it impersonally, so I can't right now. I'll just say that families that are dysfunctional um, for a long period of time, that have children that are raised in dysfunctional families, uh, sometimes sometimes adopt virtues that aren't good for them, or aren't accepted socially, or whatever. Um, they may not be bad, but they may not be accepted socially. They may be bad in terms of they hurt people. They may be violent. They may be peaceful. They may be whatever virtues that you have. So this realignment that I feel uh, is essentially me rediscovering and knowing who I am before Scientology, because there was a decade. I was 20 when I got in, so rediscovering who I am when I'm 30. It's almost like having a glance back into the past. I feel like, um, I guess I finally feel like how some people, I can't even imagine, but with people who've been in that Sea Org for 30 years, thinking how much of their life they chose to give away, or in some cases are born into it and have no choice. Um, 10 years to me is a long time. There's people who've done 3 times that. So I'm making up for lost time, and I'm trying to enjoy every minute of it. There's a red wasp that keeps flying around me. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Realignment. It's happening. Feels good, and I'm much more relaxed most of the time, and I'm handling stress better. This is just gotta. You know what, dude? Alright, he doesn't... The wasp wants me to end the video. That may be some Thetan trying to stop me from talking about Scientology. So, sorry for the shaky video and the bad quality, but I wanted to give you guys an update because I do get messages from y'all. I use an anonymous email account if you ever want to talk to me, and that's just for my own protection against other Scientologists having my email address. There are some that have it, so there are some Scientologists that already have it, so it's not like if someone really wanted it, they couldn't get it, but they'd have to know who to call to get it. So I just want to limit the amount of people who have access to my email address. But if you contact me on YouTube, I can give you the email address, and I'd be happy to talk to anybody, including people who are in the church still, who are not sure as to what's going on or want some help getting out. I'll help any way I can. Thank you. You guys have a great Thursday. I'm a little off. I got a gig tonight, so I'm gonna have a good time. Thanks for watching.